My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Aethermancer. Now, if I'm correct about this, we have no resources to spend.
Ah, can you hear that, Sirius?
I can hear distant chatter, flowing water with the water wheel at work nearby, and wind gently rustling through leaves and grass.
Ah, well spoken, my friend.
If I truly concentrate, I also perceive the hens chattering down below, and the water cascading down the mountain's chasm.
Impressive! You Aethermancers truly are sensational beings. Even if I only hear half of that, isn't it just a magnificent combination? I cannot imagine anything more fitting after a long day of heroism. It's important to cherish the moments we have, as long as they last.
Yeah, just confirmation there that we don't have any monies. Well, hang on, we have 38. Lily, do you have anyone I can get for that?
Quite a lot of monsterkin know about the Cult of Aether. Or at least they know the name. And that it's some kind of secret religion that's been around for ages.
I don't know much about it myself, to tell you the truth. I never paid much attention to matters belief.
It's been around since the Dark Ages. Humankind ruled over monsterkin, and Soul ruled over humankind. I believe it was a way for the elevated monsterkin to view their own plight through a more detached perspective. Humankind, Sol, even Terra Stater itself, they're all insignificant in the grand scheme of ether and cosmos and void. But I'm sure that creepy merchant can tell you more about all that.
Let's establish a soulbound. Thoughts of Volpadinger or Authorus are the only ones I'll be able to afford here. Grimoire, wee bit too expensive for us at the moment. Authors. Decision made. Set into the run. Now, for the moment, I will be staying on Mythic. Part of it is like, you know, Rock Lee training, right? Like, eventually I'm going to take my braces off when I start to progress the meta upgrade elements here in the town. And then I will just be flying through. Also, you earn more worthiness like this, so especially as I'm earning, playing these characters at the very start and trying to just get more mementos crafted each run, it really feels appropriate. Who do I want to leave as my lead? Oh, Gargoyle! Yeah, it's you. And actually, oh, no, I will be giving that a nickname. What was the most recent nickname I gave out? I very quickly got to check. I don't think anyone is named Jazzy yet, so I believe your name is Jazzy. Perfect. Actually, let's take a second here. Jazzy. Earthen Striker, signature trait. For every 15 shield this monster receives or applies to allies, apply Sidekick to self. Sidekick attacks of this monster consume all Sidekick stacks at once to deal their combined damage to the enemies. Sick. Absolutely sick. Additional stacks consumed are affected by damage modifiers. So giving power to Jazzy obviously increases the power of those. The sidekick attacks are going to be really, really useful here. There's the aura that turns sidekick attacks into 2 hits rather than 1 hit. Obviously seems really good. There's a world where I can use this minion just to do buffs, but it still does all of my damage. That sounds great. You are Earth, Wind coverage. Mineralizes a shield ability, applies temporary power to all allies, and Hurricane Punch, 3x3 wind, and shield self. Okay, so you only really do wind damage at the moment. Shield, sidekick, and power are your types. Interesting. Wormling overlaps in power. Has some good coverage as well with fire. Let's have a look. Gift of the Worm is your main trait. On support action, so any action that doesn't do damage, apply temporary power to self. On attack, Transfer all power and temporary power stacks to every other ally. Hold up. That actually might be ridiculous here. So, if you do a support action, you give yourself temporary power. I use Mineralize on Jazzy, giving you another temporary power. You attack on that next turn, transferring the temporary power to Jazzy, as well as causing Jazzy then to trigger Sidekick and attack. You're gonna be fighting uphill for any of the rest of these to take that position, I think. Ooze, Earth, Water, Nick Starfield, Cockatrice back, and Disneymere Wardian. Nope, I'm taking it. Let's go Wormling. Wormling, your name is Corbo. Welcome to the team, Corbo. Another good reason for that is Corbo here has a perk of +1 ether, so he's going to generate 2 ether at the start of each turn, which is going to be really handy. Ooh, Sir Tiberius already. This fountain is what the monsterkin of Virgil simply called an equivalent exchange. Give gold for ether crystals. How much gold do I have on me? Oh, just 2? Okay, I'll finish the map before I come back to that. Okay, Tiberian.
Ah, the mighty Wormling! So much power, and yet it's really just a whelp. If it wasn't a monsterkin, I would have wished to grow into a worm instead.
I imagine you would have. Oh, Scepter. At the end of your turn, apply 1 temporary power to self. There's also Staff, 50% chance for an additional hit, and also Wind Generator. Basic attacks to generate an additional wind ether. That actually would be really useful, but I'm going to take the Scepter and throw that on Corbo for the obvious combo. The Corbo combo, if you will. And I will. Consistently. I just need to pick a direction and go. I can't really stagger water. So I think I have to leave Totzelworm to just take damage and focus on taking out Ultras. Yeah, Hurricane Punch immediately gets you there. As well as sets up some self-shields. That's 6 shielding you've done, so you do 8 shielding with your next action, means we're just below generating... Oh, and I don't even have support. Okay, Wormling's also going to need support actions for this to be a thing. Ideally, a free support action every turn would be incredible. That's really annoying. Totzelworm is doing a really big hit, really good damage, and I can't really do anything about it. I can shield temporary allies, and then I can take out Ultras, so there's at least only 1 attacker on the fields. That leaves 3 power, which I believe is all temporary power on the Gargoyle at the moment. Oh, this is perfect. Yay, here it goes. 3x6, and it shields self for 6, giving you Sidekick. And then we attack with Wormling, triggering that Sidekick. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, this is a good idea, I think. Chain. And single target attack. Purge the enemy if they have 6 or more ether, and a 33% chance on, I think that was on turn start as well. No, on action, 33% chance to generate random ether. On turn start, obviously better, because you can use it to commit the action in the first place. Yeah, I'll basically be able to stun either of these. We've got good control over their elements. good coverage, I think is the word I'm looking for there. Oh, I'm missing the wind. Explosive Rush on turn 1. Well, I guess there's a decent reason to mineralize, sure. Maybe I should use Breeze. Generate a Wild Ether, but it takes away the Wind Ether I'll be using next turn. No. I'm just going to ignore the Cockatrice for a while here. Excuse me? That's a lot more damage than I thought you were going to do, buddy. That's going to make it a lot harder to ignore you. That's Wind Kick happening on the top line there. And if I target you... Ah, I see. I think perhaps we should stagger both of you this turn. Oh, actually, no, that purged the same hit, and the attack's going against the person who's shielded. So no, I'll take this as an opportunity to self-heal. Generate a Wild Ether. Generate some additional temporary power. And then a Mineralize this turn will set up Sidekick as well as purge the enemy so they don't get to use their special action. Following up with a Fire Dash. Transfers all that additional power to the person who just punches afterwards for even more purging. Hey, this is working real well. What else do I need, really? I guess... I kind of want tank, maybe, but, like, do I? Isn't that Jazzy's role? Kinda? Largely just by generating enough shield for everyone else to survive. Corbo's also got healing covered. If I draw off the right things, obviously. Emergency response. At the start of your turn, shield all allies for 2, trigger an additional time for allies with 50% or less health. Tactical shield. Allies with 7 or more shield gain 1 additional damage and 15% crit chance. Magnus hit. Deal a hit with the damage equal to the total amount of power in your party. On attack. Wait, that's on attack? That's every attack? After any attack used, including sidekicks, yeah. Emergency response is good because it's 6 shield that we just get for free every single turn, and if we have anything that also says, like, when you shield, do etc., it'll trigger off of this, which is even more sidekick. I think this might be... This is a lot of damage, admittedly. But I think more than that, I need to focus up on shielding. We saw previously that I'm just generating way too much corruption early. Ether Shield. Whenever this monster generates or consumes ether, shield self equal to the amount of generated or consumed ether. Honestly, not bad, except for the fact that Earthen Shaker... Yeah, Earthen Striker only increments for when Jazzy applies or receives the shielding. Ascension, for every 100 healing of your allies, apply 2 power to each ally. I'm not against this, I just... I would be using healing more in a world where I'm not using shielding as much, and maybe I have, like, Corruption Cleanse, and so, like, it just feels like it's a different run. Magnus Hit's interesting, because you do have to attack in order to pass off your stuff, your power, to the rest of the party. Let's give you Magnus Hit, maybe? You're not supposed to do the most damage, but... When you attack, it's because there's a lot of power on the board. So it seems like it would be useful. Okay, can't get more money. Give gold. It's the most they can give. I'm leaning towards Knight. Maybe I shouldn't be. Give me a random NPC. You always have equipment. So what coverage? I really need water. Ideally. Hello, Eloise. Guess who does water? You also synergize with heal things. Could be interesting. Tristan, Primeval Blight, damage dealer. Not really what I think I need right now. Reggie purges enemies, gains power from purging and stopping and disrupting and stuff like that. Okay, maybe Ooze. Because Ooze, you can take the hits, and now I'll have someone to shield you and even heal you, and you do have water as an element. So you've got good coverage for us. I have fire and wind as my attacks, so you have earth and you have the water type. You've also got healing for all allies. You've got putrid odor. On action, apply 2 poison to self. Whenever poison triggers on this monster, enemies also take damage from it. But it doesn't trigger their retaliate. Also, Ooze has Corruption Cleanse, so we can let you take more damage. Yeah, we're just looking for things to redirect to you as well, I think, here. Let's take Ooze. Welcome to the team, Seamus. Starting to run out of names for the 4th wall pulls as well. So, if anyone would like their username or name as one of the characters in the game, of course, there's the link to the patron at the top of the description down below. The 4th wall tier or above guarantees that your name will be in the pool that it's pulled from.
You walk the pilgrimage path, Sirius. Do you feel enlightened yet? Personally, I always feel calm around here. Even with all the void and monsters, believe it or not.
Reroll an action or a trait of a monster. Oh, that's interesting. Who has an action they're not using? The heal on... It's not Jazzy. The heal on Corbo generates Wild Ether. It's a support action. Like, re-rolling that, if I could get a free support action that costs very little, would be ideal. I could also re-roll your Magnus hit, looking for something else that's much more supportive of generating power and giving that power to other allies. I'm going to re-roll that heal action, I think. All right, Corbo. Lose Breeze. Oh, that's fun. Yo. Okay, Volcanic Unity. Heals all allies for 3x7. Allies gain, retaliate, heal self, and generate a random ether. This, admittedly, sick as hell. Really cool. The enemy's about to cast an AoE move that you're not able to disrupt. You prevent it from killing you. And you also generate a bunch of ether. Sick. However, Wind Bolt's also here. 1/9 wind damage against a target enemy. Consumes all wind ether for +4 damage and +1 poison damage for each. Energy Charm. Heals target ally for 2/3. Target generates a random ether. And it's a free action. Yes, please. Literally exactly what I wanted. That's just another power that I can generate and transfer each turn. I might need to focus down Cockatrice first, because it'll still be doing decent damage, as we saw with the Explosive Rush. Whoop. Yeah, minimum of 6 shielding a turn's pretty good. Let's heal and generate a random ether. It happens to be fire. I'm going to use that. Yeah, use that Fire Ether. Two different targets are being attacked, right? No, it's the same target both times. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to mineralize. Yeah, I'll mineralize, fine.
But I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, especially because we don't have... Oh no, the sidekick! Especially because we don't have additional corruption cleanse for that top line. Feels appropriate. This is great, though. Energy Charm on Jazzy. Generates some additional Earth Ether. That's some nice shielding as well as just fully killing the cockatrices. Oh, that's cool as well. Got enough sidekick to... Well, I mean, we've got enough sidekick to kill a target with pretty much any hit now. I'll use a basic attack to do so. Transfer that 3 energy over, and then punch for 18. Okay, I feel like this is very much in the position where I found a combo, and I just need to not fumble it. Getting some good tank abilities for Seamus soon would be very, very helpful in that. Get him. Oh, and everyone's working up some decent worthiness here as well. I guess that makes sense. I had to name everyone. This altar... I don't know if I need to give up a Monster Soul for buffs in the next 2 battles. I mean, if it had a Corruption Cleanse buff, maybe? It gives poison... Oh, at the start of combat... Apply 1 power to all allies. Sure, I'll take a power boon, because I already had to give it a soul to see what options it had. Also, I'm not using all of my souls, so I guess there's no good reason not to use them, other than stubbornness. Okay, never mind. I said no good reasons. Doesn't count as a good reason. Okay. I mean, I do want to stagger Mandragora, but I also would... love to use a Hurricane Punch this turn. Actually, they're targeting... They're targeting a couple. Okay, no, I will go with the Mineralize, actually. We even get a sidekick off of the back of that. Which is really handy here, because I will Fire Dash to stagger the bottom line, and then hit him with a big hit. I'll just finish you off as well. Oh, hell yeah. Wasn't so bad. Not exactly going to be staggering anyone this turn, but we're all okay. Yeah, definitely got Mineralize again. There's that sidekick back. Yeah, so Fire Dash is now able to take anyone out. I guess we'll take out the one attacking the non-tank. All the while, we're also just stacking a huge amount of temporary poison on the Ooze, who's just sitting down in the corner ready to slap for a 2 by whatever. 2 by infinity. And sometimes beyond. Excellent. Alright, Seamus. Toxic Earth. On Earth action from any ally, apply poison to each enemy. I don't think... Oh, Jazzy does. Yeah, Jazzy does Earth actions. Mineralize, I guess. All those energy charms, not Earth. Proliferate. When this monster applies a debuff, which does include poison, I believe. Right? No, it can't. Right? Debuff is a poison. Poison is a debuff, rather. Right? When this monster applies a debuff, deal a 4 earth water damage hit to the enemy and apply 1 poison to them. Triggers up to once per enemy per round, so it obviously wouldn't infinite off of itself, even if poison is a debuff. I don't know if poison counts as a debuff for the sake of that. I was not trying to select that. I literally just moved my hand and accidentally hit the spacebar. Well, we now have that Earth action thing. Well, we'll figure it out. It'll be okay. I'll just find another lily and I'll re-roll it later. Probably more important to have an early stun on one of the Ultrases. Yay, and I do have Wind Kick, so I can even do it on turn 1. Wind Kick. Hurricane Punch is what it's called, so... no problems. There we go, some additional poison for everyone. Stop hitting Wormling! He's just a wee lad! Take your hands off him, he's small! He's lil and wee! Your Honor, I move for a discharge on the grounds. My client's just a little guy. Alright. Alright. It's good. Everyone's alive. We've got some shielding. I have poisoned all of my allies. Got him. Corbo now has 15% evasion. Ooh. Interesting. Air Dart. 2x2 wind damage against target enemy as a free action. Electrical Jolt applies 2 sidekick to self and 2 temporary power to allies. All really good for the same thing. Unfortunately, it costs the same resources that we really need to use constantly on Corbo. Then Gemstone Fist. Shield self but 2x2. Apply an additional shield equal to the remaining ether. Deals damage to target enemy equal to the amount of shield on this monster. Now, I feel like this is probably going to end up being a stupid damage dealer because of that last line. Deal damage to target enemy equal to the amount of shield on this monster. Can't use 2 free actions in the same round, unfortunately, so Snow Charm's not our pick here, despite the fact that it shields a target ally. Wild Ritual generates wild ether and applies power to self. Pretty good. Void Lightning, 5/3 fire wind against target enemy. Consumes a wild ether to apply power to self. I think I need Wild Ritual more than that. Especially because Wild Ritual will also trigger the Earth. Earth action toxicity. Oh no, I haven't even been looking around environments for secret areas. I forgot to do that. All right, I gotta scramble. I gotta hit the E button around some areas. I gotta see what's up. I imagine actually there's just none on this map, and I just happened to. Oh. Almost missed out on some equipment. The end of combat, a cleanse to corruption from self. Also on action, generate 33% chance to generate ether on action. I'd love Corbo to have that. Honestly, I'm giving it to Corbo. Corbo, I need you to stop being so damn corrupt. Just reject a bribe one of these days, buddy. Good God. You do not need a golden ingot. What are you gonna do with it? Yeah, sure, but the second one. First one's a doorstep is what they said. It's Ether Spring. Permanent bonus for the run. Permanent bonus for the run. I'll look at what could be in here. Grimoire. Interesting. And Cold Heart. Welcome. I'm not going to be taking either of those, but I am intrigued. 25% chance of a monster gaining additional EXP at the end of combat, please. I will pretty much always take EXP because every additional level gets even more busted. Okay, so an elemental. Interesting. Oh, that's got to be secret, right? No? I don't trust your secret finding skills, friend. Okay, who's basic attacking a lot of the time? I kind of feel like Corbo basic attacks a lot of the time just because I can use the basic attack to get the power transferred. Enhance monsters' basic attacks. I don't know. I don't believe sidekick attacks count as basic attacks. Do they? Can I... Sidekick. Triggers a sidekick attack against this enemy, dealing 1/4 based on the monster's elements. Based on the monster's elements. Yeah, so the 1/4 is a 1 earth wind hit. That's not the basic attack. The basic attack is the 2/2 earth wind. Well, actually, 2/2 generates earth wind. Okay. I feel confident. We can give Corbo this. I believe the correct choice is wind. Because if I need to use fire, I can just use their basic fire kick spell. Is this our first fight in this area? Really? A soul lantern. I will absolutely release a soul, and I think Corbo needs it. I think Corbo is a bit squishy right now, and that's a little bit just because everyone refuses to hit anyone except for Corbo under any circumstance. Hello? Excuse me? Do we all see the same thing down there? I'll be back in a second. Let me just go clear up here. I failed the void jump. I'm too excited. Triple Wild Ether, then Hurricane Punch. So they are all targeting different enemies. does lead me to feeling like Mineralize is correct. And there's your free poison. I'm gonna heal and generate a free ether. And then use the basic attack to do, oh my god, so much damage. I kind of feel like I need to get their Wormling down, because if they start propagating attacks, this guy got sidekicks, this guy got like 4 hits. Generating a decent amount of ether at least. Fire Ritual takes 2 of my water, generates 3 for them. Alright, so it was a purge move. Got it. I can't rely on that top line not just randomly healing. What action are you even taking? That's Corbo. Volcanic. Yeah, you're taking a healing action. I need to expedite the process of your removal from this plane of existence. Oh, the only person who needs shielding is Corbo on top line right now. So yeah, I can actually take the opportunity to just Hurricane Punch you directly. And that's a poison hit that's coming to the top line. Unless I stagger, which... First things first. Let's get buff. Let's get strong. Yeah, if we just have a Cockatrice on the board by itself, I think I'll be able to deal with that. Bonfire. Big healing to your allies and burn to us. Yeah, Gemstone Fist isn't going to do too much damage right now, unfortunately. Makes a unit off field as well as shields. Oh, shields up to 16? How are we getting that much shielding out of that? Oh, it's for all of the remaining ether that I have, not just my earth and wind ethers? Because if that's the case, then it's actually ridiculously good. Ridiculously good? It's a lot better than I thought it was, is what I'll say. This is also going to generate additional sidekick because I'm generating so much shielding. Yeah, so then I can take a follow-up attack. Sadly, the enemy is going to reset at the end of this turn, and I don't have a way to stagger them. So realistically, what I just did is make them a lot more powerful. Yikes. That's okay, because I only did it again. Don't kill him. It's a basic attack. How much damage can it do, Michael? 10 billion? Alright, we're fine. Although our stagger potential just went way down again. Gotta hit him to Fire Dash. Oh my god, that's a lot of burn, buddy. Gemstone Fist for 1 trillion damage. and then polish him off with a basic attack. Grand. Oh, Jazzy, level up already. I want you to get shielding +1 on your level up or something like that with the worthiness. A lance, common equipment, converts the first hit of each attack into wild damage. Interesting. Realistically should go on Jazzy because it just means you stagger a lot more with your stuff, but I'm not changing that chain from you because you're also purging a lot with your stuff, so you're doing fine at the moment. We'll see if any changes need to be made later. Definitely can't focus on the ooze first. I've made that mistake before, but I also don't really have the wind damage to focus... stagger rather, to focus on a Tuttlevern first. Have we even picked up a water attack yet? I think not. I think that's what we're looking for on Seamus's level up after this fight. Oh, that's a lot of poison. I think it might be better to generate some additional resources on this first turn with a standard attack. How happy am I to use Earth? Because if I do a basic attack, Gemstone Fist will do a lot of damage next turn. I'll take the basic attack. I think Gemstone Fist will be able to finish the Tuttlevern on the top line without having to stagger at all, which is going to be nice. Stop, 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 stop. That's already too much. And then the next one's going to attack him as well. Stop. What if you didn't, though? You missed on the second one. 15% evasion, baby. Ha, 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 ha. Well, that's 13. That's a lot of poison you just put on my friend. It's making me pretty sad. I'd like you not to have done that, actually. I see. I mean, they're still just attacking him directly. Like, it's very mean stuff they're doing here. It's very mean-spirited, actually. I'm gonna use another Monster Flask. We wouldn't be able to take you down, would we? Because I can deal with poison on the top line. I just... So that'd be 15 straight up. We'd get enough shielding to trigger another attack later. And then we can follow it with 3x3. Yeah, I think we can take this target out with Gemstone. And actually, if I have to use a third attack here anyway, that'll go down to... It's another 2x2. Okay, no, I actually have to use the Fire Dash. I think. That's a decent amount of poison damage you just did there. It's really annoying. At least it was not against our most vulnerable target. Thankfully, that doesn't also come with additional corruption damage, because imagine if it did. Oh my. Gemstone Fist for a giant stagger there. And that'll close him out. Just in time, too. Come on. Yeah! Shielding +1 on Jazzy. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Seamus levels up. It's 3. This is Slime Shot. 3x3 Water Earth. Okay, that's a water hit. Good. Against target enemy. Applies 3 poison to target enemy and self. That's fine. Generates 1 red. Honestly, that seems pretty good. Torment Eruption, 2x3 Fire Earth against target enemy, deals an additional 0 damage hit, 3 for each debuff. Toxic Healing, heals target ally by 3x6, applies 3 poison to all enemies, and then triggers the poison on all enemies. Admittedly, Toxic Healing does seem like it'd be good, but I need that. I need that Slime Shot, baby. Whoa, that's some disguise you got there, pal. Wait. No, you're doing Trilby and suspenders, buddy. Okay, no, you're transatlantic something. You're like, I'm thinking like Detective Noir kind of situation. I don't have a disguise. I'm really an Aethermancer. Heh. Good one. Around here, people call me Sly Dog Jack, but you can just call me Jack. Let's find this. Let's find this. Ah, good one. Around here, people just call me Sly Dog Jack, but you can call me Jack. I'm serious. What are you doing here? I figured I'd scope out the place. Look and see if I could find some safe zones, you know? Then I'll offer guided tours to the rubes. Call it something like Horrors of the Void. You want in? No. It's gonna be more slick and... I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, the void's kinda shifty. And that's coming from me. That path behind you seems straightforward enough, though. I'll be heading that way then, alright? By rescuing this character, you and your monsters have formed a bond to Pilgrim's Rest. You've gained 2 corruption clans. Have we... No secret? No secrets anywhere? No secret zones for me? Raps is not allowed to have a little secret zonesies as a treat? I mean, that just feels homophobic. All I want is additional resources. All I want is a pat on the head from the game. Is that too much to ask for? Okay, I'm starting to feel like maybe there's just not a secret area in this area. In this map. I'm honestly leaning towards Witch with the Toxic Earth reroll because it feels... This is something to build upon. Right. But I don't have any of the pieces for building upon with it. Emergency response, that feels pretty good. Corbo. Magnus hit. I was going to reroll that on you. It is a nice... It's a nice additional hit that just comes out while I'm trying to do all of the stuff that Corbo's good at. It's another big hit in our big hit combo. How mad can I truly be at it? Okay, no, I'm gonna... Not merchant, I don't really have that much money. Give me a loot drop rare, please. Look, I'll look, but I won't touch. Cold Heart Tristan, good to see you. Oh, belt rare. On interrupts, 75% chance to apply power to self. Fire damage increases damage of each fire hit by 1. Look, I could put that on Corbo. But I don't really interrupt with Corbo that often is the thing. Maybe if I was doing purge stuff. The fire damage hits, admittedly, that does have an effect. Kolbo's fire hit gets some benefit from that. I'm honestly leaning very much towards just scrap. And I leant so far that direction, I toppled all the way into it. Okay, I need to know the rules, right? Like, if there's a secret zone in every area, then I know I've missed one. Is there a secret zone in every area? Is there sometimes a secret zone in an area? Is there up to 2 secret zones in an area? I don't know. All right, buddy. It's just you and me and my friends. Key. I see that you are threatening to do some damage. I'm not feeling great about it, buddy. I'll tell you that much. I'd love to see you come down to... How do you feel about doing 0 damage? Yeah. I'm just going to be basic attacking with you. I may as well do it earlier. So that then I can benefit from it on this 3x6 hit that I'm going to do against Water Earth. 4 poison on the enemy, 3 poison on me. Great stuff. Okay, some decent shielding. Held him back at bay, I feel. Obviously, the enemy's going to be scaling up. It's going to get threatening pretty quickly. Gemstone Fists, a lot of shielding. I really do want to do the... Oh, no, I'm fine then. I'm going to do the shield all allies here, and then I'm going to be staggering, so there's only going to be 1 incoming hit this turn. That stagger will also then give the power to the units that are still left to attack. 3x6 Water Earth and some additional poison on the target. I mean... Oh, but it also generates a random ether. Right, yeah, I should do that. Okay. Not to be sniffled at. Does a decent amount of damage there. A little bit of weakness. Enemies volcanic guarding themselves, so they're going to be ready to stagger and... Ooh, I can prevent that volcanic guard with literally just a hit. Just hit him in the face and that'll do it. You get 10. Oh my god, that's so much shielding. Yes, please. Gemstone Fist for 24 damage on the main attack there. Also got a stack of Sidekick out of it, and we're very close to getting another stack of Sidekick. Hell yeah, I'll even be able to purge your next hit. Heal up, share that damage. What I really need is permanent power that I'm passing back and forth between units, which I realized the belt offered that earlier, and I spurned it immediately. Don't worry, this is not beyond me, recognition of that. Yeah, I feel like it's doing 1 biome for each episode. I could easily just move this to 1 episode a day alongside Monster Train for a while. Feel free to let me know how you feel about that, especially if it's positive. Gemstone Fist for decent amount of damage again this turn. Not getting close to the stagger. The enemy's probably going to end up volcanic guarding, if I'd guess. I do have another charge of the Monster Flask. I'll use that this turn so I don't have to focus exclusively on healing. Get gemstones. It's gonna be a lot of poison for our bottom liner here. Like, I really kind of want to find a way to heal poison, but it's not what the ooze does. The ooze doesn't heal poison. The ooze is poison. Unfortunately, I think, though, if I end up just randomly losing the ooze, I probably do end up losing the fight pretty quickly thereafter, so pretty wary about this. Horn Blast for 9 4 times, and that's poison. I'm dead at the start of my turn, am I? He was on full health. I even big healed him. The only thing I didn't do is shield him directly with Mineralize. That's the only action I could have done to support him that I didn't do. Let's see if we make it out of this zone, because this is still our core combo, right? It's worth noting, the ooze is just an additional part of it that happened to work out that, oh my god, I really need to not be attacking you. Actually, no, that's fine. If we stagger you, I'm pretty certain... Does that not do it? That didn't stagger? Okay, the poison staggered at the start of the turn. I thought the stagger would stop the retaliate. Is why I was still doing that there. Yep. All right, we'll be making it out of this zone. This is mortifying. Bobo and Jazzy are both going to level up here. Whenever power is applied to this monster, heal each ally for 3. That's sick. That's a lot of healing. Ether Breath. Oh, accelerated generation on action. If it's the monster's second action of the turn, generate wild ether. I do that. Ether Breath. For every 20 ether consumed by allies, applies 2 power to this monster and triggers an attack against all enemies for 2x3 wild damage. Worth noting, that 3x2 wild hit will then also propagate that attack power to allies. Blood Pact. At the end of turn, deal a water hit to all enemies. Damage equals 1 for every 5 healing received by allies this round. I heal a lot more now with the power generation thing. But I think I'm going to take accelerated generation. I think I more need to focus on getting the additional ether first. Antidote Flask. Woo! Take me back. Coldheart or Tristan? I gotta be completely honest with you. I would rather go to the next area and not take either of these. Both of these seem like they best fulfill a damage role that I well and truly have covered. I just need to keep my dudes alive. Please. Just a guy who can take damage. Just a single guy who can take some damage, please. That's all I need. Let me see what items we have first.
I have to say, I'm quite fond of the way your monsters have been using ether to their advantages. Do you think I could win you over to our cult of ether by any chance?
I'm sorry, but no. I have no interest in joining any religious groups.
Well, it was worth a shot. Care to buy anything?
Boots, common. Ooh, Void Crystal, Wild Ether. Yeah, I'll definitely end up taking that. All right. No equipment there that really leads a choice. Well, that guy says tank on him. Zoe. Welcome back to the party. Breach the Void. This monster can copy its last action, use it once, with its cost replaced by a Wild Ether, and as a free action, the element becomes wild. You've also got Brace and Drift Punch. Drift Punch redirecting to self. Brace, defending. Yep. Welcome to the party. You're also going to level up twice, so we'll be able to get an aura on you. For every 7 ether consumed by allies, generate random ether. No. Void Burn at the start of your turn, generate wild. At the end of your turn, consume a consumes all wild ether. No, consumes 2 wild ether and deals a 3 damage hit to this monster for each. Okay. That's a lot of ether though. That's 2 wild ether at the start of each turn. Taunt. At the start of combat, apply 2 redirect and shield self for 2/3. I think that sounds great to me. It gets your redirect off to a decent start, and then Flash Guard. Yes! For 2 of our best and most common resources, a free action to apply redirect to self. That's exactly what we're looking for. Perfect! We'll cleanse 20 corruption from all of our characters and give 5 health to all of them. Yeah, okay. I can see this happening now. I'm taking the Void Crystal, which is going to get the ability to generate Wild Ether. I think it's got to just be bonus experience a bunch of times here as well. I say a bunch of times, it's twice. And how many Monster Souls do I have on me? Just the 1. I might need that Monster Soul to be opening a door or something like that. All right. That's where we stand for the moment. Until we head into the Forbidden Fortress with this team. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Aethermancer. A special thanks this episode to Corbo. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.